Shout joyfully to God.
Hey everyone, this is the Q&A that I promised y'all a while back. It was supposed to be a 20,000 subscriber special, but I guess it's going to be a 25,000 subscriber special now. So thanks again for subscribing. And yeah, let's get to it. If I didn't get to your question, I'm sorry, but I only picked out a few questions. If you still want your question answered, feel free to comment below. And if they are a request for videos, you can also comment that below. And yeah, let's get started. First, I have a question from Eileen D. Where do you live and how did you learn to speak Latin so beautifully? So I live in the United States, and I guess I've just been practicing for the past 10 plus years when I first discovered the traditional Latin Mass, or I guess more appropriately called the extraordinary form of the Mass. Ever since then, I've been obsessed with Latin, but also the thing with ecclesiastical Latin, that is to say, the way that the church pronounces Latin, is that it is very much influenced by Italian, because Rome is in Italy. So I think people that speak Italian or, like me, speak Spanish have an easier time pronouncing the Latin prayers. But I don't know, I guess mostly practice, I suppose. Like, if you want to get better at pronouncing, just start praying in Latin more. Like, make your basic prayers like Our Father, Hail Mary, and Glory Be. Make that in Latin, and or even the Rosary. I have four Rosary videos, and I hope to have made those like slow enough for you to understand and get the pronunciation. Listen to those every day, and get the feel for it. But yeah, just practice and pray, and you'll get it eventually. Next question is by Brett Bilesbach. At Fatima, Our Lady gave the children 15 mysteries of the Rosary, so my family doesn't say the Luminous. What is your opinions on that? Personally, I think that the Luminous Mysteries are great. It has some of the best mysteries to meditate on, like the fact that when we meditate on the Lord's baptism, we can think about our own baptism and what it means for us to be followers of Christ, or how it was at Mary's behest that Jesus performed his first miracle at the wedding at Cana, or one of my favorite mysteries, the fifth luminous mystery, the institution of the Eucharist. Meditating on this great mystery of our faith. What does the Catechism say? The source and summit of the Christian life. It's beautiful, especially in this time of pandemic when we can't even receive communion. And as far as Our Lady only mentioning 15, it's because there were only 15 mysteries back then. Remember, it was Saint John Paul II who made the Luminous Mysteries, and he was a great lover of the Rosary and of Our Lady. So I think it's safe to take his suggestion to heart and pray the Luminous Mysteries. But ultimately, however you want to pray the Rosary, it's up to you. It is a private prayer, like many of our prayers, and as long as you're praying it, that's what matters. So yeah. Next question is by Michael P. How do I overcome neglecting and ignoring God and masturbation and pornography addiction? I say three things. Pray the Rosary, exercise, and connect with real people. I say the Rosary because we need grace. Exercise because it's been proven not only to keep our bodies healthy, but our minds. And connecting with real people is to help us keep in touch with reality and the reality of the dignity of other people. The thing with pornography is that it makes people just pixels on a screen, It detaches them from their dignity as made in the image and likeness of God. So yeah, pray, get some exercise, and talk to people, especially in this time of pandemic. See how your friends and family are doing, and just have that real connection with people. There is one thing that I don't think is helpful, however, and that is shame. Shame is of the devil. I think we should feel guilty, of course, but that's different than shame. And this goes for any sin. Guilt is helpful because it's a discomfort, a feeling of remorse in our souls as we take responsibility for our actions. And that's good. But shame is an intensely painful feeling of being fundamentally flawed in some way. And you're not flawed. You are loved by God and created in His image, and your dignity is beyond any other creature. The tempter, the devil, wants to use our sins to shame us, to make us feel disgusting, to make us feel like we have fallen too far. But no, you cannot fall further than the light of Christ reaches. He makes all things new. Go to Him, and He will help you. He will help you in all your struggles. Sorry, I got a bit of a soapbox there. I just felt I needed to mention that. Next question is by Isold Summer. Did you study theology at a seminary or other Catholic institution? What inspired you to start this channel? And do you have any tips or advice for those who want to start a channel centered around Catholicism? So I did not study theology at a university or anything, but I do love learning more and more about the faith. Ever since I was little, I just craved more and more information. And the reason I started the channel is because I saw that there was a lot of explainer videos and channels dedicated to like history and science and what have you. And I thought that there was a void in the Catholic YouTube world about, talking about the faith and prayers and all that. So lately I've been doing just a lot of prayer type videos, but I do want to start making more explainer videos, explaining the faith. And the best advice I have for anyone wanting to start a YouTube channel is to just do it. Really, just get started. I think that's the biggest hurdle. You won't be great at first, but that takes practice, and the way to practice is by actually making videos. And once you hit your stride, you'll understand what type of videos you like making, what type of videos people watch. So yeah, just get started. And last question by Traditionalist Crusader. Do you think Saint Cardinal John Henry Newman will become a doctor of the church one day? I'm not sure. I do like Saint John Henry Newman. Just his story, his journey to the faith. Unfortunately, I haven't read too much of his work besides the occasional, blurbs here and there. But from what I've heard, he was a great leader and a great thinker. So we'll see. He definitely contributed to theology, but ultimately, I guess it's up to the Pope to see if he should be so honored with that title. But yeah, I guess that's all I have for you guys today. If you have any more questions or any video requests or anything, just comment below. And I hope you're staying safe and keeping the faith and keeping your prayers going, especially in this time where we don't have Mass and the sacraments. Just continue to just have faith, be hopeful, rely on God. We'll get through this. And thanks again for subscribing, and God bless you.